Hey guys, so look, I want to ask you a question because this is the most important secret. And I think a lot of us, we are aware of it, but we don't understand the perspective of this. And when you get this, it will change your whole life profoundly. You will automatically, easily, and effortlessly attract whatever you want into your life because you're going in line with how a universal law works. And here's a question I want to ask you, and I want you to think about this. The things that you want, or the things that you desire, let's go with them. Maybe money, health, wealth, a relationship, a lottery win, a successful business, every single thing that you want. What is it that makes you get it? What is it that creates it and brings it to you? I want you to think about that for a second. I'm going to give you the answer. I know some of you are like, well, Mark, maybe it's my belief, right? It's my focus, right? That's part of it. But let me show you a broad picture, a broader perspective on how this stuff works. You see, the things that we all want, you know what they do? What they have in common is they make us feel a certain way. It's the feeling. When you want the money, when you want a car, when you want a home, it makes you feel a certain way. The feeling creates the process to attract anything you want. Is because it makes you feel a certain way. I want you to think about that. This is overstanding now. This is not understanding. And let me get deeper to show you something else that you got to understand too. Anything you, let's say, use the word want or desire, it only comes to you through an experience. You can't have a car. You can't own a car. You can't own a home. You can't own yourself. Because guess what? When your body is gone, it decays. The only thing that stays is your consciousness or your energy. So we have been programmed and we've been duped into thinking we own stuff. The fact of you having something is creating lack. So you don't want to have the money. You don't want to have a car. You don't want to own a car. You don't want to have a lottery win. You don't want to own a house. All you want to do is experience those events. When you experience something, you're flowing through it. It's like water. When you have or want or need or this is mine or own, you are creating lack. You don't own anything. You don't own your house. You don't own your car. You know why? Because when those things decay and when you go, even your own body, it's going one day. The only thing you own is your energy and your experience. When you experience something, it stays with you. That's what you own. You can't own physical stuff. So if you go around with the mentality, oh, I gotta own my house, I gotta own this car, I gotta have this, you are miscreating. So and actually, everything in this world, you never own. You rent and you borrow. Even your relationships. If you can get this concept, it's going to open a whole new paradigm for you. Because what happens is, you see, when you understand that you experience stuff, you free up a whole bunch of resistance now. Now the thing that you want to experience is coming to experience you. Because remember, you're flowing in and through everything in this multiverse or this universe, whatever we want to call it. So that's very important to understand. Once you have that mindset now, say, wait a minute. So what this guy's teaching me is telling me that I have to approach things from a non-resistance and in a state of flow and allowance. I'm renting and I'm borrowing. So everything I have, it's not really mine. I just have to enjoy it. It's like borrowing it. See, the mindset of owning something creates a lot of resistance and creates a lot of lack because now you're trying to protect this thing, and that goes into your lower self, your ego. See, when you own something now, your ego starts to create a defensive mechanism. It's mine, I gotta protect it. The more you own something, the more you have something, the more you lose it. Guaranteed. When you hold on to something too tight, that's owning, that's creating resistance. Look, when I do this, and I let it go, what happens? The thing flows, it falls. Yeah, wherever it falls is all good because I'm part of it. It's going to come back. See that? So that's the mindset we have, and we've been subconsciously programmed at that through everything. Own your home. You got to own this. We get the concept, but what I'm teaching you is something here on a bigger scale that you cannot own anything. You have to experience your stuff. So when you get the mindset, okay, I just want to experience these things. Now you don't have any attachment. Now you're more open because now your ego is not activated and you're not creating that big resistance. People don't get this. That's why I said this is the most important secret. To understand there is nothing in this world that I own. Everything I approach, I know that I'm experiencing, I'm borrowing it. My car, to my homes, to whatever I have. All of these things, I know that I'm experiencing these things because I know one day they will all go. Even this earth will one day go. In about 3.5 or 4 billion years from now, our sun will become what's called a red giant. It will engulf the entire earth. So nothing will be left here. It's all gone. The only thing that's left is my essence or my consciousness or my energy, which may transfer into another multi-dimensional universe, maybe another earth, wherever that comes from. Everything is a cycle of ebb and flow. Even from the end creates a new beginning. There's nothing you can own. That's the mindset you got to have when it comes to creating your stuff. Like when you want to manifest your big dreams and goals, you got to understand, even with relationships, when you have this, it creates so much peace and empowerment because now you know what truly works. Now, this works on an energetic scale now, because what happens is when you understand this and now you're saying, okay, so I just want to experience my things. I don't care about like owning all that stuff. Yeah, I'll have it. It'll feel like I own it, but I know what's really going on. That approach is what creates the allowance, and it removes the resistance, because now you're in a state of, okay, so all this stuff, I'm just going to enjoy the pure essence of it. I'm not going to hold on tight. I'm just going to go with the flow, and it's going to come to me, because now you free up space. Remember now, energy is constantly flowing and we're constantly communicating, and all of this ties into your lower self and your ego and your unconscious mind. See, now when I approach things from a point of, I'm experiencing this, this car one day is going to go. You got another car, it's going to go. Your home is going to go. You can't own anything. And the most important point is to remember, my body is a shell. This is going to go one day. Everything's going to go. All of us is going to go one day. The only thing left is your invisible energy that you can't see, and that's what you experience stuff with. So have the mindset that, okay, not own, not have, but experience. You do that, you're going to start to attract that stuff to you now. Because what's going to happen now is, because remember what I said? I said every single thing has a level of consciousness. There's consciousness or intelligence in everything. So the things that you desire, they have a zero intelligence. The inanimate objects, because they're aware that you're seeking them. So they know you're seeking them. They want to come seek you, because that's called quantum entanglement. That means everything is connected at a non-local time in space or in time. So everything you want is already there somewhere. See, what prevents you from getting what you want is the resistance in the middle. What is that? The lower self and the idea that you have to have and you have to own. And all along you didn't know this, because you were taught that in school and life. Own your home, own this, all that. The mindset you got to understand, guys, is if you understand that you're experiencing, you will change the whole game. It comes to you so easy. That is the most important secret. Thank you.